I first developed symptoms of fibromyalgia when I was 12 in 1979 after a terrible tragedy in my life, which basically sent me into an undiagnosed post-traumatic stress disorder. And after that event, there were other events in my life that I felt pain attached to. And when I was in my, about 3 years ago, more things happened, and I started again the pain. And it was the same pain that I remember feeling when I was 12. And the pain was, I instantly got that. It was linked to emotion because of, I just got it. That, for me, that's what it was. A lot of people will say, well, I have fibromyalgia, and I think it's in my body, it's in my mind. It's, I'm sorry, it's in my body because I feel it physically. I feel the pain in my body. How could it be in my head? And for me, I sort of had an idea that that's what I had as I was going from doctor to specialist to neurologist to rheumatologist, who gave me the diagnosis of fibromyalgia. And before I had the actual diagnosis, I had picked up some books and had done some reading, and a lot of what I read basically solidified my belief was that all of this pain in my body is because I have experienced what I experienced. We all have our own stories. I'm not going to go into mine, but anyway, so for me, when I actually met a woman who is here tonight, Deborah Kaminsky, who is a member of this community and an excellent therapist, who said to me, I know another woman who had fibromyalgia. She was in her early 30s. She was in a wheelchair. It took her 10 minutes to get from her car door to my office. And she found Viviane, and she's all better. And it's been years. And she gave me Viviane's name and number, and I called Viviane, and I called this other woman because I had skepticism about it, because I had been told fibromyalgia is forever. And I have to be honest, I had the best doctors. I had the most compassionate doctors. My doctors wanted the best for me, but they had no answers. I asked them all questions. None of them could give me a straight answer. All they could say was, Marni, the best I can do is give you Lyrica, Savella, Mobic, Tramadol, and Flexeril, until I was on the highest dose of all of those medications 4 times a day. I still wasn't sleeping. I was still in a lot of pain. And it took talking to Deborah Kaminsky for me to realize that it must be affecting my kids. And so I decided I had to do something. I was at my wit's end with the pain. My husband, who's here tonight, we couldn't even hold hands. It hurt for me to, fibromyalgia took away so many things from me. When I was 12, it took away ballet, which I had been taking every day since I was 2. It took away my ability to read. I couldn't hold a book. I couldn't turn a page. I couldn't even hold a pencil. I can remember driving in the car, and I had to have my daughter take the wheel because I couldn't even hold on to the steering wheel any longer. And so I wanted to put this event together tonight because I was so lucky, just pure serendipity, to be given this name of Deborah Kaminsky from my daughter's school. They gave me a list of names, and I picked Deborah because she lived close to me, and I couldn't drive. And it hurt too much. And here I am seeing Deborah Kaminsky, and she tells me about a friend of hers that she knows who found Viviane, and here I am tonight because of Viviane. Before Viviane, I was basically homebound. I wasn't really participating in the life of my children as much as I am now. I wasn't able to. And my kids have changed so much ever since I healed, and it was just in February. I saw Viviane, literally for a few sessions, we went through anger, actually part of anger. And I went home and I got into the shower and I could stand in the shower without having to sit. And I noticed that immediately, because usually I would be in the shower and I couldn't stand up for more than a minute. And I was like, wait a second, like this is really tripping me out, because I just spent 2 hours having a conversation with Viviane where I was feeling no emotional pain at all. I was feeling, she didn't touch me, she didn't give me any pills, she didn't try to sell me any supplements or tell me what foods to avoid. We just talked about what I was angry about, and I thought about it, and I told her some things, and literally it was clean, and I was standing in the shower, and I also noticed other changes instantly. I mean, it was like just within an hour I could feel the pain going away. And after
you morphed.
I morphed. I completely morphed. I've gotten back everything that was taken from me. I have no more pain. I take no more medication at all. And I just wanted to share this with anyone who was out there that was suffering as I suffered, because you guys know, like I know, the pain is relentless, it's torturous, and no one can understand it except someone else who has it. And so that is why I wanted to share Viviane with the world, with you, with whoever is suffering, because she is the bomb. That's all. That's what I want to say about her. She's amazing.